Kris Jenner discusses the controversial pregnancies of Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kris Jenner has always lived her life in a way that reflects her strong personality and deep commitment to her family. As the heart of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, she's managed to raise 6 children while also building a brand that has become one of the most recognized in the world. But behind the fame and all the attention, Kris has experienced many personal moments that shaped who she is. One of those was her decision to have more children later in life, something that many people found surprising or even controversial at the time. Recently, she opened up about what it was like to become pregnant in her 40s with her 2 youngest daughters, Kendall and Kylie Jenner. During a heartfelt conversation on her daughter Khloe Kardashian's podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, Kris got personal about those years in her life when she was adding to her family. She talked about how people reacted when they found out she was pregnant at that age. According to Kris, it wasn't something people celebrated openly. In fact, it felt like people were quietly judging her, almost whispering behind her back. The idea of a woman being pregnant at 40 or older was still seen as unusual by many at that time. Kris remembered people saying things like, "She's 40 and having a baby. Is she out of her mind?" Even though medical science had already shown it could be safe for women to have children at that age, the general public still had a lot of doubts. Some thought it was risky or strange. Others even believed that by the time a woman reached 40, she wouldn't be able to get pregnant anymore. These kinds of thoughts and comments made Kris feel like her pregnancy was seen as something almost scandalous. But to her, it was a part of her journey, and she wasn't going to let opinions stop her. Kris went on to talk about the challenges she faced while trying to grow her family. She shared that her road to having 6 kids wasn't always easy. There were moments of joy, but also moments of deep sadness. Before giving birth to her son Rob Kardashian, she had suffered a miscarriage. And that wasn't the only one. She also had a miscarriage before she got pregnant with Kendall. These experiences were painful and left a mark on her. But instead of giving up, they made her more determined. When she tried to have Kendall, she said it felt like she was pushing back against what her body was going through. It became something of a personal mission for her. She wanted to prove to herself that she could do it. That drive pushed her to do whatever she could to make it happen. She even followed old myths and stories that claimed certain drinks or habits could help with fertility. Whether it was drinking iced tea, taking over-the-counter remedies, or trying strange little routines, Kris was ready to try anything. She became extremely focused on her goal. She said that during those years, she thought about getting pregnant all the time. Day and night, she was thinking about it, planning for it, and doing everything she could to make it a reality. It wasn't just a passing wish for her, it was her life goal. From a young age, Kris knew that she wanted a big family. She always pictured herself married with 6 children, living a happy and full life. Her dream didn't just come from nowhere. Kris shared that growing up in the 1950s had a big impact on the way she saw the world. Back then, television shows like Leave It to Beaver and I Love Lucy painted a very traditional picture of family life. On these shows, families were close, mothers stayed home to raise their kids, and life seemed simple and full of love. Watching these programs made young Kris imagine her own future in the same way. She didn't just want a family, she wanted the kind of warm, close household she saw on television. Looking back, Kris isn't exactly sure why the number 6 stood out to her, but it became the goal she focused on. She shaped her entire future around it. It wasn't about fame or fortune. It was about love, family, and building a home. And even when things didn't go perfectly, when there were heartbreaks and unexpected moments, she kept moving forward, believing in the vision she had always held. Her determination is something that has defined her throughout her life. Whether it's in her role as a mother, a businesswoman, or the manager of one of the most well-known families in the world, Kris has never backed down from a challenge. Having children later in life wasn't easy, but she took it on with strength and courage. She didn't let outside opinions stop her from doing what she felt was right for her. That strength is something her children have seen firsthand. It's one reason why they often speak about how much their mom has influenced their lives. Watching her navigate both family and business with such purpose has taught them the importance of working hard and staying true to themselves. And for Kris, all the effort was worth it. Having Kendall and Kylie completed the family she had always dreamed of. Despite the struggles and criticism, she built the life she had imagined when she was just a girl watching television in the 1950s. Her story also opens up an important conversation about how society views women, especially when it comes to age and motherhood. In many places, women are told there is a right time to have children, and that after a certain point, it's too late. But Kris's experience challenges that idea. She showed that everyone has their own path and their own timing. What works for one person may not be right for another, and that's okay. The important thing is to follow your heart and do what's right for you. Even now, years later, Kris continues to live by that belief. She's 69 years old and still going strong, managing businesses, helping her children grow their brands, and keeping the family connected. She's been in a relationship with Corey Gamble since 2014, and they've built a life together based on love and mutual respect. Kris proves every day that age doesn't have to hold anyone back from chasing their goals or building a life full of love. When people hear stories like Kris's, it reminds them that life doesn't have to follow a set timeline. Things don't always happen at the right moment by society's standards. But that doesn't mean they're wrong. Sometimes the most beautiful parts of life come when you least expect them. Kris had Kendall and Kylie in her 40s, and they've grown into successful, strong young women who are making names for themselves in modeling, fashion, beauty, and business. That's proof that her choices were exactly right for her. Her willingness to talk about the hard parts, the miscarriages, the judgment, the fear, also helps others feel less alone. A lot of people go through similar struggles but don't have anyone to talk to about them. When someone as well known as Kris opens up about her journey, it helps break the silence around these topics. It gives people hope and shows them that even through pain and difficulty, something beautiful can still come out of it. Kris Jenner's life has been full of big moments, both good and bad. But one thing has stayed the same: her deep love for her family and her drive to keep them together. Whether she's cheering them on from behind the scenes or guiding them through tough decisions, she's always there. And it all started with a dream she had as a young girl, a dream to have 6 children and create a happy life. That dream came true, and even though it didn't happen in a perfect, straight line, it happened in a way that was meaningful and real. Her journey is a reminder that love, dedication, and belief in yourself can carry you through anything. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.